Hey guys! Today we're going to be taking a look at the Topo Designs Global Briefcase, which is a versatile and durable all-purpose bag that works well as a briefcase, shoulder bag, or backpack. There's actually two versions of the bag. The version that we're going to be taking a look at is the larger 23-liter version that is meant to work well for EDC or for quick trips. And so I've been testing this out for the past couple of weeks, and so far it's been a really great experience. The bag feels very solidly built. I love the look, and the organizational options that it offers have been awesome. So really excited to share this one with you guys, and let's just jump in and take a closer look at the Topo Designs Global Briefcase. Starting out with the outside of the bag, I really like the overall look. In general, I'm a fan of Topo's more outdoorsy feel and the pops of color that they add to their bags. I feel like they have a very unique look, and I think this look in particular is going to work well in a variety of environments. It doesn't look super outdoorsy. It definitely feels like it's going to work well if you have to take it into an office setting, but also for walking around the city or even for a hike. The version that we have here is the navy blue, but it is offered in black and red and a variety of other colors. So if you want to see all the different options that they have, make sure to check out Topo's site. As far as the materials, the bag has a really solid build quality all around. On the outside, it has a 1000D nylon material that feels like it's going to offer a good amount of weather resistance and like it's going to hold up well to rougher usage. As far as the zippers, it has great YKK zippers all around. The only issue that I had with the zippers is that the teeth are a little bit more exposed, so if you are in heavier rain, I would be a little bit worried that water might get in, but for the most part, in the lighter rain that I've experienced, I haven't noticed any issues yet. Jumping into the capacity, the bag comes in at a deceptively large 23 liters, which is typically a really great daily bag size, but because of the way the pockets are laid out, you actually have plenty of leftover space if you do want to use this for a quick weekend trip. And so I really like that even though the bag offers a lot of space, it still manages to maintain a pretty slim silhouette, making it very easy to walk around crowded cities or to jump onto a bus or a train or something like that. One thing that I noted about the silhouette here, which reminded me a little bit of the 30-liter Topo Designs travel bag that we looked at a while back, is that it is a little bit of a wider bag, so it's able to maintain that extra slimness just because the back is a little bit wider. So if you have a smaller frame, that will be something to keep an eye out for. Another thing to mention about the capacity is that the bag is offered in two versions. This one is the 3-day version of the Global Briefcase, so it is meant to hold some items for travel, whereas the smaller version would be more of a daily carry that you might take into the office. So just a really great versatile size that you're going to be able to use in all types of situations, and it's going to be very easy to carry on to pretty much any airline. Continuing along the outside of the bag, there's a really nice comfortable handle at the top for when you want to carry this like a briefcase. It has a really durable seatbelt-like material. It's fairly thick, so it offers a nice amount of padding. If you have the bag filled up, it's still going to be pretty comfortable to carry. Along the bottom, you have two compression straps that are going to be great for attaching something like a jacket or an umbrella. These are also going to be helpful for compressing the bag down if you want to give it a little bit of a slimmer look when it's not as filled out. The last thing I'll mention on the outside is that there is no sort of external water bottle compartment, which I really would have liked to have seen. Currently, I was able to fit my normal water bottle in the inside of the main compartment, but that's never ideal as it is a little bit harder to get to, and it's also close to some of my electronics and my clothes. So I really would have liked to have seen some sort of option on the outside. Jumping into the straps and the back paneling, so far the bag has been pretty comfortable to wear. The straps are a little bit on the thinner side. They do have some padding, and I like that they have this meshy material on the inside to help prevent moisture from building up. They also have a pretty good width to prevent the bag from digging into my shoulders when it's completely filled out, but I do wish that they had been just a little bit thicker. One note on the straps is that they don't include any sort of a sternum strap, but it does seem like you can attach one if you want that extra bit of support to help distribute the weight. And then moving on to the back paneling, there's not a whole lot going on here. The bag hasn't been uncomfortable to wear, but it doesn't have any sort of padding, any sort of mesh or elevation to help prevent moisture from building up. So if you are wearing this for a longer period of time, your back is going to get pretty sweaty quickly. So I would have liked to have seen just a little bit of padding here or just something to make it a little bit more comfortable when you're using it as a backpack. One nice feature on the back paneling is that it does have this large luggage pass-through so that you can easily rest this on your suitcase while you're walking around the airport if you don't want to carry this on your back. And then if you want to give the bag a cleaner look when you're using this as a briefcase or a shoulder bag, you can detach the straps and tuck them away. They're attached with these durable kind of butterfly clips here that are always very reliable. We've seen these in a lot of Topo's other bags. And then because the straps are a little bit thinner, they do tuck in pretty easily into this flap at the top. A really nice design choice here is that when the straps are tucked away, they don't actually interfere with the luggage pass-through like we saw with the Tortuga set-out laptop backpack. So I really like that Topo thought through that to make this feature easily usable when you have the straps tucked away. And then an interesting feature that I've seen with Topo's bags is that they have these little loops at the top and bottom of the bag that allow them to attach onto some of their larger travel bags. So in the footage here, you can see that I've attached this bag using these clips to the larger 30-liter travel bag that we featured in the past to create kind of a system so that if you want to carry two bags, you can wear them both on your back. And I think this is a very creative solution for when you need to carry two bags, especially with some of Topo's smaller daily bags. This one might be a little bit strange just because it's larger, but they have a really nice day bag, or even the smaller version of this briefcase would combine very well with their travel bag if you wanted to take two bags and just kind of make it a little bit more streamlined. After you've tucked the straps away, if you want to use this as a shoulder bag or a sling bag, there is a really nice strap included with the bag. It attaches using these really durable metallic clips, and there's these Hypalon type loops on the side that make it very easy to convert this into the shoulder bag. And now with the strap attached, I really like the unique design. It's nice that the padded area is really long, so you have a lot of leeway and flexibility in how you can rest this on your shoulders. So whether you're wearing it crossbody or just like a normal shoulder bag, it's still gonna feel really comfortable. The padded area itself is nice and thick. It actually reminds me a lot of the briefcase handle that we looked at earlier. And it's even a little bit thicker than the backpack strap. So I wish the backpack straps had come out this much to offer that extra bit of padding. And then you also have a nice amount of adjustability on both ends to customize it and make sure it has just the right fit. And so now that we've kind of talked about the three different ways that the bag can be carried, I will mention that this does seem like it's meant a little bit more to be carried as a briefcase and a shoulder bag than a backpack. It is nice to have the backpack straps since this is a larger bag. When you have it filled out, it might get a little bit tiring to wear this on your shoulder or to carry it like a briefcase. However, I wish that the backpack area had been implemented just a little bit better. Also, the way most of the pockets are laid out lends itself a little bit better to a briefcase or a shoulder style carry, as it's a little bit easier to just reach down and grab. But for the most part, the bag has worked well in all three modes, and it's still nice to have the versatility to use it in a bunch of different ways. Jumping into the organizational options, I really like all the different pockets that have been offered throughout the bag, and I think the layout has made them very easy to use. And so starting with these two larger quick access compartments on the front, I really like how much space these offer. They have their own independent volume, so they do come up quite a bit from the rest of the bag, but that makes them very easy to use, especially for larger items. And so starting with this one here on the right, very simple layout on the inside, a nice bright yellow lining all throughout the bag to make it very easy to see what's in each compartment. And so currently what I have in here is just my Ray-Ban sunglasses with their case. And then I also have a lightning cable to charge my iPad and my phone. On the inside, there's also this mesh slip area on the back that you could use for smaller accessories. This one is a little bit tight against the back, so it's only going to be good for maybe some slimmer items, but it's still nice to be able to have this separation in such a large compartment. Now with it emptier, you can see I can fit both of my hands in here, so plenty of space. This really helps add to the versatility of the bag when that main area is getting really full. It's nice to have the extra ability to toss in a larger item such as a dot kit or maybe an extra pair of flip-flops in here. On the inside of this pocket, there's also a lanyard with a small plastic clip where you can attach your keys, or in this case, I just have my Gerber Shard multi-tool. And then a nice thing about the larger zipper on this pocket is that it actually makes it really easy to access this area, whether you're using this as a briefcase or a backpack. So if you're holding this from the top, you can still reach down and grab stuff and it's not necessarily gonna fall out. Same if you're using it like a briefcase. So I really like having the flexibility to be able to use this regardless of how I'm carrying the bag. The other compartment on the front has a very similar layout to the one that we just looked at. The main difference is that there is no lanyard and clip to attach your keys. And so opening this up, same nice wide opening here, plenty of capacity and volume. And so currently what I have in here is just my Able Carry stash pouch, which is where I typically carry some smaller tech accessories, or it even works as like a minimal dop kit for a shorter trip. And then at the bottom, I also have my GoPro. And this one also has that meshy slip pocket on the back, and currently what I have in here is just my BluePop portable Bluetooth speaker and power bank. And then just to show off how big this compartment is, I'll go ahead and toss in what is likely my bulkiest item, my Beats Studio wireless headphones, and they still manage to fit in there pretty comfortably. The pocket does pop out quite a bit, so it looks a little bit funky, so normally I wouldn't probably pack those into this compartment, but it's still nice to know how much flexibility these compartments can offer when you're trying to pack a lot into the bag. The next area we're going to take a look at is the main compartment, and a really nice thing about this bag is you can actually open up the main area flat like a suitcase for easier packing. You can see it has the same bright yellow lining that we've seen throughout the rest of the bag. And so jumping into the items that I have here, as you can see I have the water bottle that I mentioned a little bit earlier just kind of laying here near the top. And then I also have my Levitate portable standing desk. And then I also have a simple folder for some papers and receipts. And so now with some of those looser items removed, you can see that the bag has kind of a separate area where you can pack away your clothes if you want to keep them separate or a little bit more organized. And so opening this zipper up, currently what I have in here is just a pair of Toms, which I take with me on pretty much every trip. And then I also have a larger double-sided and compressible packing cube from Arkedo that has some button-down shirts, some jeans, and just some larger clothing items. And so now with the compartment empty, you can see just a large bucket of space. I really like this simple layout. I feel like it gives you a lot of flexibility in how you can organize all your stuff. If you want to use this as more of a daily carry, I would recommend leaving this zippered area open so that you can take full advantage of the volume of the bag. It would have been nice if there was some way to tuck this strap away to keep it from flapping around. But I suppose you can just leave it towards the bottom, or you can place some items in here and zip them up to prevent them from floating all around the main area. But regardless, I love the amount of space over here. I love the simple layout, and I was just really impressed that I was able to fit my travel clothes and most of my daily carry items into this main area, and that the bag still didn't really look that big. On the flap of this main area, there's two simple mesh slip pockets here. I like that these are a little bit larger to allow you to hold some taller items, and so currently what I have in here is just a full-size moleskin notebook. And then I also have my Bag Smart cable organizer, which has some of my dongles and cables and just makes it very easy to keep everything in one place. That fits in here very perfectly. I love how much space is offered by these slip pockets here. This would have been a good spot to maybe put some underwear and socks if I didn't want to place them into that larger packing cube. And then it's nice that these compartments just kind of lay flat when you don't want to use them. So just really nice layout all around in this main area, like the minimal organizational options that have been provided and just how much I was able to fit in here. The last area we're going to take a look at is the laptop and tech area. And so I really like the wide opening offered here to make it very easy to get to your stuff, especially as you're going through TSA. So lots of nice organizational options here. The first thing we'll take a look at is the laptop sleeve itself, and it has this nice Velcro strap to help prevent the laptop from falling out, especially since this is a larger compartment. Currently what I have in here is just my 13-inch Touch Bar MacBook Pro, so plenty of leftover space here. This would definitely hold up to a 15-inch laptop. It also comes up a nice amount, so if you have a thicker device, it should be able to fit in here okay. And so pulling my laptop out, now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. No sort of fleece lining to prevent against scratching, and I was a little bit disappointed with how flimsy this sleeve is. I would have liked to have seen some more rigidity to provide that extra bit of protection. The back of the compartment has a nice amount of padding, so it would have been nice to have seen something similar here on the sleeve, just to give you a little bit more peace of mind as you're walking around throughout the day. The sleeve itself isn't really elevated off the bottom of the ground, but there is a nice amount of padding on the bottom and on the sides. And one thing that I notice is that when I have the bag filled out and I place it down on its side, the laptop doesn't normally tend to touch the ground. It kind of sits somewhere around here. So even though it's not fully suspended, it does feel like at least there is some protection, even if you happen to place the bag down a little bit harder. In addition to the laptop sleeve, I like how many little slip pockets have been added here to help keep some of your tech items a little bit more organized. So starting here on the bottom, there's a larger slip pocket that's going to be good for holding something like a tablet. Currently what I have in here is my Amazon Kindle. And then behind that, there is a larger zippered compartment that shares a little bit of volume with this pocket here and the laptop area. So you have to be a little bit strategic in how you place everything down. Currently what I have in here is just my Samsung T5 portable hard drive, but there would have been plenty of space left over for other items. One thing that I noticed is that when I had my hard drive near the bottom and I would try to place my laptop in, it would sometimes get caught, especially when the bag was a little bit fuller. So you'll just have to be very careful as you're placing things in to make sure that nothing gets damaged or knocked around too much. Moving on to the other side, there is a smaller slip pocket where I currently just have my Apple Magic Mouse. And then next to that, there's just a few slots where you can place smaller items such as a stylus. And then I also have a simple nail clipper. And then these are a little bit larger, so I was able to fit my USB-C hub for my Touch Bar MacBook Pro. And then the last compartment on this side is another larger, simple zippered area. This one I chose to leave empty, even though it offers a nice amount of space. You can see I can easily fit my whole hand in here. It just started to get a little bit tight against my laptop when I started to put a lot of stuff in all of the different pockets. So since I had my mouse and all the styluses in this area, I didn't want to add yet another bulkier item. So if you have some thinner stuff or maybe some cables, you can definitely toss those in there. But in general, when I have pockets like these with lots of different areas, my main concern is just trying to make sure that there's not a lot of pressure on the laptop, especially since the sleeve is a little bit thinner. But overall, just a really nice amount of organization for all of your tech items, and I like how easy it is to access. And in general, just a really great job throughout the whole bag of offering really smart and easy to use organization and a nice amount of space. So if you're looking for a durable and versatile bag that's going to hold up well over the longer term and you're going to be able to take into a lot of different environments, the Topo Global Briefcase is going to be a great option to check out. And so to wrap up, it's been a great experience testing out the Topo Designs Global Briefcase over the past couple of weeks. The bag has held up really well. It has some great organizational options, a nice look. I really like the versatility of being able to use it as a shoulder bag, briefcase, and backpack, and it's also a great size that allows you to use it for quick trips as well as EDC. And so you can purchase this on Topo's website for about $160, which I think is a pretty good price considering the features and quality that the bag offers. It also compares well to other similar bags that we've featured on the channel. And so as I was testing this out, the first bag this made me think of was the Mystery Ranch 3-way expandable briefcase, which we looked at pretty recently. That was another convertible style bag that you'd use as a shoulder bag, briefcase, or backpack. It had a really solid build quality, a nice simple look, and some great organizational options. That one came in at a pretty similar price point to this one, and I actually think it offers a little bit better weather resistance and laptop protection, but it doesn't offer quite as much space. So if you don't need to hold quite as much stuff and you're looking for something with a simpler look, that's going to be a great option to check out. The next bag this made me think of was the Air Flight Pack 2, which is also a really great convertible bag. You can wear it as a briefcase, shoulder bag, or backpack. It's very comfortable, has some great organizational options, and a really professional and stylish look. I also think that bag offers just a little bit more weather resistance, but it's not going to be able to hold quite as much either. So if you're looking for something with a stylish and professional look that's going to be a little bit smaller and better for daily carry, but that you won't be able to use for quick trips, the Air Flight Pack 2 is going to be another good option to check out. If you're a fan of Topo's aesthetic, but you just prefer more of a traditional backpack, another good option to look at will be the Topo Core Pack, which we've talked about a few times on the channel. That's just a really solid all-around bag that works well for daily carry or for quick trips. It comes in at 25 liters, so it's going to be a little bit bigger than this, but it also has some solid organizational options, the same great build quality that we've seen in this one, and just a really cool and unique look. The Core Pack also comes in at around $120, so if you're looking to save a little bit of money, it's going to be a great option to keep in mind. And then the last option that I'll mention here is the Tortuga Set-Out Laptop Backpack, which we just looked at on the channel. That's been one of my favorite kind of all-purpose bags that we've featured so far. It works really great for daily carry, but it also has enough space to work for a quick weekend trip. Comes in at around 25 liters, so it's going to be a little bit bigger than this one, but it has some really great organizational options. It's very comfortable to wear. It has one of the best harnesses that we've seen, and it comes in at around $125. So it's going to be a really great value if you have a little bit of a tighter budget and you want a bag that can kind of do it all. That's another great option I recommend taking a look at. But with all that being said, the Topo Designs Global Briefcase holds up really well against all those bags. So if you're looking for something versatile that's going to hold up well over the longer term, this is going to be a great option to check out. And so I'm definitely curious to hear what you guys think of the Global Briefcase, and if there are any similar bags that you think I should feature on the channel, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to go ahead and thank the company again for sending the bag for me to test out. And if you guys found this video useful, please give us a like. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And thank you guys so much.